Okay, what I've done is I've basically come up with a comprehensive, perhaps not quite so humane, but comprehensive way of solving the Middle East crisis. Not just the whole Israel and Lebanon thing, but just ensuring peace in the Middle East from now till the end of days. Now, it's a well-known fact that roughly 90 to 95% of all of today's conflicts involves Muslims fighting non-Muslims or Muslims fighting each other. So let's start with, I'll talk about on a micro level and on a macro level. Let's talk about on the micro level. Israel, Palestine is where the hotbed of activity generally tends to be. Now, the first division of Israel from the Arab lands was meant to be everything west of the Jordanian River was meant to be for the Jews, and everything to the east was meant to be for the Arabs. Now, the UN came along and fucked that up when they then again went ahead and divided Israel into two and gave half to the Arabs and half to the Jews. First of all, what the Jews should have done when they captured the Sinai Desert, when they took it from the Egyptians, there's plenty of fucking open space there. They should have perhaps, I don't know, cut the Sinai in half and given the southern half of the Sinai to the Arabs and let them have their own Palestine there. I mean, that'd be a much bigger area than the Palestine they've got now. Plus, they're surrounded by lots of coast. They could do fishing. They could put a port up. They could have all sorts of trade going. And then Israel and the Palestinians wouldn't have to fight each other, you know what I'm saying? Also, I think the area is much more fertile there too. If they just wanted to be fundamentalists, they could grow their little fucking marijuana crops there and thrive on selling international marijuana or whatever the fuck they want to do. That's their business. So what needs to be done is that, I think, first move the Palestinians, or if they're not happy with that, just wipe them off the face of the fucking earth. Secondly, with regard to the greater Middle East, everyone seems to hate Israel. I can see why they hate Israel. They have love for their Palestinian brothers. But a harsh reality that needs to be examined is we are still dependent on their oil. And as long as we are dependent on their oil, the US, Israel, and the rest of the world is too scared to rise in arms against them, because let's face it, we need the oil, we need the petrol for our cars. So what needs to be done is they need to use some, in the non-oil producing areas, is they need to nuke them, basically. Well, I know this is going to sound harsh, but just hear it out. They need to nuke them, just decimate the population, because it's not just the government. I mean, you could say the US, yes, the administration is fucked, you know, they've got all these policies we don't agree on, but you see the Americans chanting, you know, no war, no war. But when you go to these places, no matter which administration is in, you're always going to see demonstrations in the hundreds of thousands in the Middle East of people chanting death to America, death to Israel, death to the West. I mean, that's getting pretty fucking extreme when you hate a direction, you know, death to the West. How the fuck do you hate a direction? Anyway, back on topic. What they need to do is nuke the non-oil producing areas, drop neutron bombs on the areas that are rich in oil. So basically the radiation will clear after 12 days. Everyone will be dead. Run in and take the oil for ourselves. I know it's harsh, but in reality, if you just fucked up the entire Middle East, I mean, some could even argue go ahead and nuke Israel as well. I mean, I'm not for that, but I guess that would work. If we just smashed the entire Middle East to pieces, alright, I hope you're still listening, smash the entire Middle East to pieces. You can sit there and rant and rave, oh, you're such a redneck, oh, you're such a warmonger, blah, 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 blah. That's so unhumanitarian, oh, so you're suggesting slaughter of millions of innocent people. Yes, I am. Think about it, just think about it. You can sit there and rant and rave about the killing of innocents all you want, but you just have to admit one thing, and that is that it will work. It will bring peace in the Middle East. And if someone can explain to me how that would not bring peace to the Middle East, then go ahead and tell me how that would not bring peace to the Middle East, rather than just sit there and post your comments about how I'm a redneck or whatever the fuck. Thank you.